Once upon a time, in a world shadowed by the darkness of war, two cities stood as symbols of hope and destruction: Hiroshima and Nagasaki. It was the year 1945, and the world was locked in the deadliest conflict known to humanity, World War II. In the bustling city of Hiroshima, a young girl named Emiko lived with her family. Emiko was a bright and curious child who loved to learn and explore. Despite the hardships brought about by the war, she found joy in the smallest of things, like the blooming cherry blossoms that adorned the city streets. In the city of Nagasaki, a young boy named Kenji lived with his grandfather, who was a survivor of the previous World War. Grandfather often told Kenji stories of the horrors of war, hoping that the world would one day find peace. As the war raged on, a sense of impending doom grew over the world. On August 6, 1945, a bright light tore through the sky over Hiroshima. The Enola Gay, an American bomber, had dropped an atomic bomb on the city. In an instant, buildings were reduced to rubble, and countless lives were lost. Emiko's family, along with thousands of others, perished or suffered horrific injuries. Among the survivors, Emiko found herself amidst the aftermath of the bomb. She was injured and scared but determined to find her family. Through the ruins, she stumbled upon a wounded American soldier named Jack, who had been part of the mission. Despite the pain, Emiko helped Jack to safety, realizing that even in war, humanity's compassion could shine through. On August 9, 1945, history repeated itself as Nagasaki suffered the same fate. Kenji and his grandfather were among the survivors, witnessing the unimaginable devastation. They cared for the injured and tried to bring hope to their city amidst the ruins. As days turned into weeks and weeks into months, the world saw the devastation caused by the atomic bombings. The horrors of Hiroshima and Nagasaki awakened a collective desire for peace. The war finally came to an end, and the world vowed to ensure that such destruction would never be repeated. Years passed, and Emiko and Kenji grew older, carrying the weight of their city's painful past. They dedicated their lives to advocating for peace, working tirelessly to promote understanding and cooperation among nations. They traveled the world, sharing their stories and urging leaders to prioritize peace over conflict. Their efforts did not go unnoticed. Eventually, Hiroshima and Nagasaki became symbols of resilience and reconciliation. The two cities, once devastated by war, transformed into beacons of peace and unity. Through the decades that followed, the world took significant strides toward disarmament and cooperation. The memory of Hiroshima and Nagasaki continued to serve as a stark reminder of the destructive power that humanity wielded and the imperative to pursue a future free of nuclear weapons. Emiko and Kenji's efforts touched the hearts of millions, and their stories lived on for generations. Their courage and determination helped shape a world where differences were resolved through dialogue and understanding rather than through violence. The echoes of Hiroshima and Nagasaki remained a haunting yet vital lesson, reminding humanity of the cost of war and the necessity of peace. And so, the world moved forward, carrying the memories of those fateful days in August, forever committed to creating a future where the horrors of the past were never repeated.